Let's get started in a tall seated position, hands behind the thighs, knees are bent, and feel the ground below you as your feet are putting pressure into the mat. Inhaling through the nose, ribs expand out wide. Exhale, simply cinch through the waist here. Begin to slowly articulate as we develop a nice C curve underneath, tucking that tailbone under and rebuilding your spine to a tall seated position. We'll just do a few repetitions of these as we go into a modified half rollback here. And focus on how you are moving through your spine using your abdominal muscles and not relying so much on the arms. Beautiful job. Light through your shoulders. We're going to go ahead and begin to raise your arms up towards the sky. Take a cactus arm position. Lift through your chest. Extend open. And then start to rotate to one side. Coming back through center. Rotate to the other side. Back through center. Raise your arms back up. Lift the chest. Come back through center. Dive over the knees. Slowly restack up to the sky. Cactus the arms. We rotate to the right. Center. Rotate to the left, center, reach up towards the sky, dive over the knees, draw those abs in, reach those arms up, take another cactus arm position as we begin to add movement and flow into our spine, opening and stretching through the chest, diving back over the knees. Let's go ahead and rebuild into a nice tall position here. And with that being said, start to lower yourself down to your challenge point and using the pressure as you press into your feet, rebuild your spine. Scoop through the belly. So we are adding that light nice C curve in through the lower portion of our back so that we're facilitating the movement through our abdominal muscles. And I'd like to reinforce that you push your feet into the floor so that you can feel that deeper connection to your abdominal muscles. Beautiful. Begin to lift your right arm up as you rotate and go into your half roll back. Lift the arm straight up to the starting position. Reach at a diagonal. Return through the start. The arm goes up overhead. We lean into it, eyesight over the fingers at all times. Beautiful job. And notice where you may be lifting your hip or you applying the exact same pressure into your feet. Sweep it around. Now we lift the arm, we reach at a diagonal, sweep it underneath and around. Good. We reach up, we lean into the diagonal, you sweep the arm underneath, like you're grabbing a hold of the sand and scooping it up. Yes. Good. From here, we're going to lower ourselves to the challenge point, find a tabletop position. And as you hold and balance here on your tailbone, you're going to begin to continue to focus on your breathing, raising your arms up, slowly holding your position in this modified teaser. Lower the arms down. It's like you're slicing through air, very controlled, very, very in a methodic way, dropping one leg down at a time. Take a butterfly position. Get a nice hip stretch here. As this is still part of our warm-up, you can go into what feels original for you. If that means going into some hip circles, rotating from one direction to the next, just think of opening those knees all the way out to the sides. And when you feel ready, we're going to go ahead and bring our legs out in front of us. Arms are reaching towards the toes and begin to start to lower your body down very quietly. Readjust yourself once you are all the way onto your back. And we're going to get ready for some single leg variations. So with that being said, the left leg is out long. The right leg is coming into a tabletop position. Arms are up straight. You're going to take a nice chest lift here and lower the body back down. So just chest lifting into almost like a modified 100 prep, but I want your right leg to be energetic. It's an active tabletop as you push that pressure and energy out through your toes. Beautiful. Reaching long with your arms. I'm going to have you hold it right there. Straighten your right leg, lower, and we lift. Add a little point to lower, add a flex to lift. We point and we lift, regaining mobility through the ankle and a flexibility through the hamstring. Lower and lift, hold. Point through the toe and little pulse upward. Leg stays quiet. It's your upper body reaching to your leg. Hold it there. Get a nice deeper hamstring stretch. Flex and point. A few more times. Beautiful job. Core is being activated. Abs are getting warm. And we lower everything down. Let's go ahead and set up for the next side. Right leg is long. Left leg is in tabletop. Take an inhale to prepare and exhale, flex up. So there's about 5 repetitions for each. Feel free to add on if you like this. And nice and slow, we curl it up. Think of your shoulder blades lifting off the floor. Arms are reaching straight in front of you. One more time. Pause and hold. Leg goes up. We're going to lower the foot, flex it to come up. So think of opening through the front of your hip, activating through your thigh, looking down at your belly button. Good. And one more. Hold it there. Now we're going to reach. Good. And hold. We're going to add a little pulse. Pulse, pulse. Again, upper body to the leg. Beautiful. Pull that leg in, getting a deeper stretch, pointing and flexing through the ankle. Beautiful. Shoulders are nice and easy, and rest everything back down again. Nice. From here, let's go ahead and take one leg at a time into tabletop. Hold both legs together and begin to lower one leg and then lift that same leg up. So it's a single leg lift variation. Left leg is in tabletop, the right leg is lowering and lifting. The goal is not to touch the floor, but to really maintain that 90-degree angle behind the knee. Go to the other side. About 5 repetitions on each side here. And super slow in transition as you pull that leg up. Beautiful. And take an exhale, lift and hold. Let's go ahead and add that right leg down and switch to the left and switch to the right and switch to the left. So we're marching in place, hinging from the hip. It's a very robotic type of feel here as you maintain that 90-degree angle behind your knee. Good. And opening the chest as you press equally through both arms. Okay, flex yourself up here and take it for hundreds. So you can always extend your legs out to 45. You can hold your tabletop here. But as you're breathing, take an inhale for 5 counts, exhale for 5 counts. Your head doesn't have to stay up. So if you want to take a rest, go ahead and lower your head down, but keep pumping those arms to feel that deeper core connection. Beautiful job. Inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there. Maybe come up a little higher. We have this. And pull yourself up to a seated position. So adjust your sits bones here as we go into some seated mat work. Legs are about mat distance apart, feet are flexed, arms are out in front of you. Imagine rolling off a wall, diving in between your feet. Raise your arms, lower your arms, and rebuild your spine. Nice and slow. We go ahead and articulate away from this imaginary wall. We frame our ears to raise our arms. We lower the arms. We rebuild the spine. So the reason being, as we raise those arms to frame our ears, we're getting a little bit more extension and activation through our back extensors. This is helping us with our postural muscles here. So it is slightly important to add that to what feels right for your body. Opening your arms out wide to a T, we're going to rotate to one side, take a saw as we cut off our imaginary pinky toe. Rotate to the left, reach over to diagonal with your right arm. Beautiful. Take it to the right and reach with your left arm. Yes. Now notice, are your sits bones moving? Are your hips moving? This is all being very independent from the lower portion of our body. Bring the legs together for spine twist. Sit up tall, rotate to the right, pulse once, pulse twice, inhale through center. Good, take it to the left. So remember, with this exercise, we don't want to collapse through our spine. We want to stay tall and we want to minimize the movement of our hips here. So as you rotate, notice if you are moving your legs or your hips. Beautiful. And hold it there. Let's go ahead and transition to our next exercise. And from here, I'm going to have you guys go ahead and come to an all fours position. Glance down so that your wrists are below your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Take a nice rounded spine here just to get into position for neutral. And then from here, I want you to simply raise your right leg out for your fire hydrant. Yes. So steady your hips. Abduct the right leg out to the side so that we are hitting through the glute maximus here. Beautiful. Exhale, inhale forward. Exhale out, inhale back in. Hold that and go into a nice hip circle. So you open and you rotate around your hip joints. Circle it around. You guys know your limitations. And then rotate that circle. So maybe we're doing 5 one direction, we're doing 5 the other direction here. And hold, extend your leg out in back of you, flex and point. So we're extending from the hip joint. We touch the mat, we flex to touch the mat, we point to lift up. Good. Taking some inventory of our body as you press your hands into the floor. Beautiful job. Hold it there. Flex at the knee and extend. Flex to bend the knee, extend to go straight. Flex to bend the knee, extend to go straight. Beautiful. Maybe about 8 to 10 repetitions here. And you should be feeling your glute on that right side, definitely. And also possibly on your left side as you stabilize. Flex the foot, keep the knee bent, and push up to this imaginary ceiling here. Good. And lower down. Beautiful job. And from here, just go ahead and reposition ourselves to the side for a little bit of side kick series here. So I'd like you to have your wrist underneath your shoulder as you go into the sideline position. Your right knee is underneath your hip. Left leg's going to lift up and then it's going to lower down. So keep your chest open. Try not to look at your foot, but reassure that you're having a nice neutral spine here, not dumping or caving into your shoulder. So lift the leg, lower it down. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Hold it at the top and pulse it upward. You got it. Keep pulsing, lifting, holding. Abs are drawn in and lower it back down again. Excellent. So from here, I'm going to have you go ahead and come back to your other side. So we're going to repeat this and we're going to go ahead and left hand is down and lift up through the right leg now. You lift and you lower, lift and lower, nice and controlled. Puff your chest to really extend your lines nice and long. Beautiful. Try again not to collapse through the shoulder or through the obliques. You have it. Push your hips forward slightly. About 10 repetitions here. Beautiful. And then on your 10th one, hold and pulse upward. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it back down again. Beautiful. So we'll come back to all fours and we'll go ahead and get into our quadruped glute series here. And we're going to start with our fire hydrant. So as you find your position, maintain neutral spine, begin to lift that left leg out to the side. And again, really focus on your balance here as you try to stay squared with your shoulders and squared with your hips, meaning we don't want to hike one hip up, especially that left side up higher than the other. Beautiful. About 10 repetitions here. Nice and easy. And then that being said, we're going to go into those hip circles. So really opening up through the hip socket, going at a nice comfortable pace. We did 5 one direction and then you'll go 5 the other direction. Good. And just really identifying and isolating in through the glute here as much as possible. Just finding your rhythm. Beautiful. And from here, extend the leg out nice and long. You're going to flex the foot to tap the floor, point the toes to lift up. Tap the floor, point to lift. Tap and flex, point and lift. So remember, draw those abs up and in. Maybe tuck your tailbone under slightly so that you can really get most of that glute activation here going. Excellent. Hold it there, flexing at the knee and extending at the knee. So this is getting deeper into the hamstring, glute hamstring connection here. Abs are in. Don't lose your form here as you're breathing. So as we continue with our repetitions, you guys are almost there. We have one more variation before we finalize our series. So flex the foot, push through the heel as if you were hitting the imaginary ceiling. Lower it back down. Take a child's pose if you need to. Take a nice big stretch. Beautiful job here. And we're going to go ahead and take it into a couple more things before we end. So take yourself into a full front support plank. Drive the knee into the chest. Extend it out long in back of you. Yes. Really, you're warmed up at this point. Our whole bodies can handle it. If you need to drop to your knee, by all means, go ahead. But push into the floor here to open up the back extensors. Excellent. Keep your breath going. Good. Drop it down. Hold. Reestablish yourself and take it to the left side. Drive the knee into the chest. Feel like you're pulling your abs away from your t-shirt, away from your knee. And reach long. Squeeze through the butt cheek here. Beautiful. And then slowly starting to lower that leg down. Maybe you're taking that nice downward dog where you push your hips up high, press your heels into the floor, really opening up through the back and through the shoulders. Beautiful job. Let's walk our hands all the way to our feet and slowly starting to rebuild the spine here. Shoulders roll back. Take an inhale through the nose. Start to roll yourself back down, just really identifying how your body is feeling. Wonderful for you guys to join me today. I hope you enjoyed this short mini mat series, and I will see you guys next time.